right, we are here on July 10th, 2019, getting a quick harvest in before we head off to Alaska. The side frames that go here and here and here and here are pretty much full. I took 2 of them out. I moved 2 to the other hive because they weren't completely capped. So we are going to get these 2 frames harvested, and then hopefully that gives the bees the rest of the summer to fill this thing back up and draw more comb back out on the frames that the new frames that we put in there. So I did put 2 empty frames in there, or no, I'm sorry, 4 empty frames in there. So we'll get all this honey pulled out and hopefully get a second harvest here near the end of August. But the jars are filling up fast. You can kind of see it flowing. Sometimes you can see down through the tubes. There we go. So we'll do that middle one next after we get these 2 jars full. That is some amber colored honey. Just bright, bright yellow. So I did check the back split hive there, our new hive this year, and that thing is already halfway full. That's that hive right there. That thing is, they've drawn comb on 4 frames. They're starting on the 5th frame. I think 3 of them are already capped. So that thing is just flying. So that is awesome. We might actually harvest honey from that hive this year, which I wasn't really planning on, being that it's a new hive. So we'll see how much honey we pull out of it. We definitely have to leave enough honey in these hives to get them through the winter. So this one's still pretty dry. Hopefully they get it filled up by August, but we'll kind of have to play that one by ear, see how it goes. So our back hive, our swarm catch, well, you can't really see it from here, but it's doing well also. That's back there in the corner. They are drawing comb like crazy and storing nectar and turning it into honey already. Again, I don't know if we'll pull from that hive either, but we'll see how all this stuff goes and go from there. So I'll shoot some pictures here at the end of the harvest, and we'll see how much honey we pull out of this thing. I'm not going to crush any of the honey that came out of the side frames. I've got that in a crate in the basement, so when we do our fall harvest, we'll kind of go through all that comb and honey and process it also, and kind of see where we get in the fall here. So that's where we are. We'll get these jars full and catch you up at the end here. See you guys. Get a quick shot of this before this jar's full, but look at the 2 color differences in these jars. You've got this super yellow one here, and then this dark amber colored honey over here. Just really cool when you harvest with flow frames, how different the honey can be from one frame to the other. So I'm gonna get this jar switched out and we'll get back at it here. All right, we got jars 3 and 4 going now. So like I was saying, the color difference in some of the honey from frame to frame is just really cool to see. It might taste different too, so we'll have to do a few taste tests and see what it's like. So jars are filling up. We still have the middle frame to do, and we'll see if we can get to, I don't know, we might get to 5 jars. We'll see. So we'll check back in a few minutes. All right, we're back at it here. So had to put up a little windbreak. Got a little breezy, so I put a pillow there to block it. I'm now on to the middle frame. We've got some honey flowing out of that one now. See it coming out there. So we're sitting at 2 full jars and 2 half jars. So we'll probably fill this whole jar up, and then I'll jump back into one of these other jars and fill it. So I think we're gonna end up with about 5.5 32-ounce jars. So not too bad for a midsummer harvest. Hopefully these bees get these things full again by this fall, and we do it all over again. So I'll catch up with you here when we finish this last frame, and we'll see where we're at. All right, we're still going at it here. I wanted to cut in real quick here. I don't know, it'll be a little hard to catch, but I might be able to see if we can get this in focus here. So I have noticed, you can see some of it in the tube, that there's definitely a little more wax. So you can see little wax cappings. So all of the stuff you see in that jar of honey there, those are actually tiny little pieces of wax, which I did hear about you get a little bit more of the second time and on that you harvest, because they're just not as clean as when the bees did it the first time. So you can definitely see a little wax in there. Nothing to worry about, won't hurt anyone. I don't even know if you'll really notice it or taste it that much, but definitely a little more of it than there was the first go around. So just about time to switch this fourth jar out, or fifth if you want to call it that. We'll get one of these other jars on and button this thing up. All right, we are wrapping up. I just shut the valves on that middle frame. We're just letting it finish up here. It's still got a little bit of a drip to it. So looks like we've got 3 full jars on the right there, and then probably about 2 3/4 full jars. So maybe 4.5 jars, not bad. And like I said, I didn't touch the 2 or the 4 frames that were capped. I just stored those, and we'll do them this fall when we harvest the rest of our honey. So that pretty much wraps it up. Not too bad of a harvest, nice and easy. Out in my shorts, no bee gear or nothing, just hanging out, working in the yard, watching the honey flow. That's how it works with the flow hives. So just do a quick shot here. Got the split, got the 2 hives. That one did get just a little bit busier as we stirred the hive up inside a little bit, but none for the worst really. So that is about it. There's our other top bar hive. We checked on it. Pretty cool. They got almost the whole front portion of the hive full. Basically the front 12 frames are completely drawn to one side. So I'll just do a quick shot of that. Pop that window off so you can see. That's my sugar jar in the back, but they are completely drawn all the way across. They've got them attached to the side walls right there and there, and all the way up to the front of the hive. So this thing is cranking. She's just got to get her numbers up now so she can get bees out there foraging and bringing honey in. So, and then once she does that, she'll probably start filling the back half of the hive up with honey and nectar frames. So, or not frames, but top bars. So hopefully that happens here in the next couple weeks and this thing takes off. So that pretty much wraps us up. I will catch up with you guys on the next video. See ya. We'll send some stuff from Alaska on our Alaskan adventure. Talk to you soon. All right, so here's what we've got going. This is pretty much all of our harvest from this year. The 5 jars on the right are what I just did today, and then the other 5 jars were from the frames that I pulled out last winter and we didn't have to use this spring. So that's kind of our season total so far. Not so bad. Hopefully we get a pretty solid harvest in August. The bees all seem to be doing really well, so that's good news. You can kind of tell in this shot some of the different colors of the honey, which is really cool. But that's that. We'll see what things look like here at the end of the summer. See ya.